to the Everything Show, episode 189. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with Brian. What's up, Brian?
Hello, everybody.
What's up, David?
Hello, everyone.
Shane.
Hello.
Beefhead.
Hi.
Tim.
Hola.
Alright, so Marvel Comics has a victory because DC buckled like a bunch of freaking cowards and jumped ship from the date. Okay? The release date has been changed for Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice. Originally, it was scheduled to compete against Captain America 3, which set their date first at May 6, 2016. Now, they're using the excuse that it is being done faster than expected, and they're moving it up to March 25th, 2016 instead of May 6th. So there is no longer a direct head-to-head competition with Captain America 3 because they bailed and changed the date. So DC failed. All right. I just had to say
the
that.
Donkey Dicks.
There goes the
Basically, in a nutshell. The Donkey Dicks. They've retreated.
They've retreated, yes. Absolutely.
Yeah, let's be honest. With the success of Guardian of the Galaxy, which is the new Avengers, that's it. They've lost. They're Donkey Dicks, basically.
They basically lost.
I wouldn't necessarily. I don't know. I'm not going to view it as failure. I know you're saying, they've buckled, they've whatever.
They made a statement that they will never change the date and that they could basically beat Captain America 3, and they changed the date.
Well,
they said they're never going to change the date. They said they're never going to change the date.
It seems like we've reached a level of irony here where, DC is actually doing better comics, that Marvel is actually doing better movies. So
correct.
Depends on where you want to go with that. So
correct.
I do think it's going to be interesting. I know we all have doubts about Batman v Superman or whatever, but we've already seen two Captain America films where this is going to be an unknown element. It's going to be a new Bat, so it is going to garner a lot of interest.
It was 100 times better the second one than Captain America Winter Soldier than the first one. Just saying.
Yep, definitely was. I loved it.
Yes, yeah, but I'm not disputing that. I'm not disputing that. But people are going to go to the cinema and say, well, okay, it's Captain America 3. We know what we're going to get because we've already seen that twice. We've already seen that twice. But people are going to go to the cinema and think, well, we haven't seen what this new Batman is. It's going to garner a lot of interest. So I'm not going to say, oh yeah, it's a victory or someone's buckled or something like that. It's maybe they're just giving themselves that extra room. It might give them a good bit of momentum, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I agree with you, Tim, because I really don't think it's a buckle. I think that they wanted to go head to head, but then they may have thought it may be bad for fans of both, to have both movies at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've never seen a Batman Superman team up on film before, so it's a new thing. So I think they kind of wanted to give it its own, time, its own everything else.
But this is the first time in history, I think, that they released a major release in March, which they really don't release big movies in March. Usually it's like school's still there, okay, usually May is like winding down, but school's still there, it's like, the weather, they put out like RoboCops, different movies at, January, February, March. They don't really have like the summer movie thing doesn't really start in March though.
Watchmen was in March in 2009.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When
But
was,
did it do good? Like really good?
Yeah.
Like phenomenal good?
What date was the last Spider-Man film released?
Let me just look at the
I-
box.
Honestly, I don't really liked Watchmen.
Well, that's crazy because it was a great movie.
I mean, I liked it when it first came out, but now, like, when I see
How
it
could you
now,
like a movie and then not like it anymore?
I don't know.
That's, you know.
You can like a movie and not have it be one you're gonna watch a lot. You know.
Yeah, exactly. That's like kind of what it is with Watchmen now with me.
I have movies like that. I like it the first time, but you know, it's not something I'm gonna watch again, type of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
I think Spider-Man was April, wasn't it? So it's sort of, you know, you can do it at that time of the year.
Okay. The Watchmen cost $130 million to make. In domestic sales, it did $107 million, which was underneath the budget. In foreign sales, it did $77 million, so it did $185 million worldwide. So a little bit profitable over its budget.
Well, I mean, the problem with that is that, you know, you're trying to adapt a 12-issue comic into a...
But it still was a success, even though it wasn't, you know, it still was a success considered because it made
I mean, it
more
depends
than-
on who you talk to, really, because, I mean, a lot of Watchmen comic fans didn't really like the way it turned out, and it is what it is. I mean, they really should have went with the TV series and made it like a 12-episode, you know, just adapt the comic as it was, you know, and then with the same cast and the same director, it would have been a lot more successful.
And the thing is, it's not that it doesn't have necessarily the same zeitgeist as you would do. It's not iconic like Batman or, you know, Spider-Man or something like that. It's, you know,
Right.
It's a one-off. It's a one-off mystery kind of thing, you know. So,
What's up, Danette? Hi, Danette.
Hey, Danette.
Hey, Danette.
and also it was aimed at an older audience, whereas the other ones are obviously suitable for all ages.
Okay.
True
Can
that.
you hear me?
Now I can.
Okay.
What's up?
There we go.
How you doing?
Not too much. Doing good.
Yeah, so, Danette, they moved the date for Batman vs. Superman to March. So they bailed out of the competition with Captain America and they moved it way up. You hear about that?
I figured they would.
Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me.
When are they going to announce that it's direct-to-video?
Yeah. April. Nah.
Well, I want to see Captain America 3 more than Batman vs. Superman anyway, because I don't think that Batman vs. Superman will be that great of a movie.
Why?
How'd you know?
I don't know, just... I mean, it just... Man of Steel wasn't really that great to me, anyway, so I don't think that Batman vs. Superman will be...
Do you have a problem with the casting of Batman?
No.
Do you
It
have
wasn't very good, really. It was a bit. It was.
I don't have a problem with Ben Affleck being Batman. I just don't see him as Batman. But that has nothing to do with like like me don't thinking that it's going to be a great film.
Let me
Yeah, Charlie.
I
let
don't
me
know.
try and save Brian here. I'm worried. The only thing I'm worried about with Batman vs Superman, I'm worried about the movie feeling claustrophobic with too many people in it.
So you're saying that Batman is one loaf of bread, one side of the bread, and then Superman's the other side, and then you got that whole DC universe.
Just having Batman, just having Batman and Superman, I'm okay with. But once they start throwing in other people,
Wonder Woman,
that you know, whether you need or not, Wonder Woman,
Yeah.
Cyborg,
Aquaman.
whatever.
Well, I have a theory behind that. I think that this movie will lead right into Justice League.
Well, obviously, it did it justice.
Well, yeah.
No. I mean, like from Halloween to Halloween 2, it's going to take.
Oh.
Justice League will take place like right at the, my theory is it'll
Seconds.
end with maybe Darkseid or a villain. I'm just giving hypotheticals.
Well,
Yeah,
why don't they
comic-
just call it Justice League then and be done with it? Why try to introduce it as a second Superman movie and then throw Batman in there as if you're going to adapt the Dark Knight comic and then not, and then throw Wonder Woman in? You know, why not just call it Justice League?
To make 2 movies, so that's pretty much why. To make the movie. You know, to make money off both.
Well, good luck with that, DC. They don't make any money on movies. Like I said,
No one
they're better than
cares about
comics.
DC. DC have finished.
Yeah.
They're so far behind. They might as well be sweeping up the Marvel, studios floor. Batman.
I disagree. with
Now,
that.
now's my chance. Now's my chance to say.
He gets
as a
just
Marvel
put
guy.
a utility bill.
Now's my chance to say, as a Marvel guy, something shocking, and that being that Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man 3 is in dire straits. In fact, the whole future of the franchise is in dire straits because they're looking to make every movie but Amazing Spider-Man 3. They're looking to make Sinister Six, which now they don't know what the plans they're going to use because they're not using the original plans. And then they're going to make a Black Cat movie. Now, how are you going to make all these movies and then keep delaying Amazing Spider-Man? I don't understand. I thought there was something in the contract that they had to make a Spider-Man movie every certain many years or else they'd lose it, just like 20th Century Fox had the X-Men and Fantastic Four. And I don't understand how they can get off delaying it to 2018. Like now. I mean, first they delayed it to 2017. Now they're delaying Amazing to 2018. That's a long time.
Yeah, I guess it depends on the wording of the contract. You know, if it says you have to use these characters,
Right.
you know, then they can get off with Black Cat or.
Why, I mean, why can't they just hire somebody new?
Lizard.
Why don't they? Why are they delaying Spider-Man? I don't want to see Sinister Six. I don't want to see Black Cat right now.
Well,
I'll see it later.
Didn't you say the last movie didn't perform as well as they thought it should? So maybe they're
It's
just
still a
delaying it.
success, though. It's still. See, the problem is, it did $709 million. It's still a success, even though it's the lowest success they had. But they have egos. They came out, just like DC came out and said they're never changing the date. They came out and said that this Spider-Man movie is going to be $1 billion Spider-Man movie. And then they got egg on their face, and they got 700, they're 300 something million short. So now they're a bunch of like babies, and they're like, oh, we can't have this. So now they're just delaying it and being a bunch of jerks because they don't want to take ownership in it. It's not a failure, it's a success. But it's not as a success as they wanted it to be.
Oh dear.
What movie makes? There's not every movie that makes $700 million like it's nothing. I mean, I know it's a different day and age, but not every movie makes like $700 something million. That's a pretty good feat.
Should have made him gay. That would have got the bombs on the seats if we were part of the explosion.
But I would say also our concerns about Batman versus Superman, going back to the subject, is I'm worried about it being overcrowded, like Charlie was saying. You couldn't get a superhero film that was as overcrowded as the last Spider-Man movie. So.
Well, that's true.
Did you know that Terminator finished filming?
Already?
Title announcement today, wasn't it?
Terminator.
I heard they announced
finished,
the
Avengers finished.
name of it today.
Terminator finished.
I know I know they announced the name of the movie, but I didn't hear that they finished filming.
Yeah, and they spelled Genesis wrong.
No, that's the way they want to spell it. That's the way they're going to spell it.
It actually works that way. You can use Y instead of I.
Oh, I know what the plot is. I know what the plot is for this. They're actually going to send a Terminator back in time to the studio so they get the spelling right, and then they announce it properly, spelled the right way.
Well, it's obvious. It's the spelling obviously.
The spelling,
yeah.
Yeah, we're so lazy we can't use VS. Whatever.
Speaking of Spider-Man 3,
My interpretation.
I read somewhere they were going to reboot it.
Wait. Yeah. Hold on. Charlie, get saved first.
Yeah, go ahead.
Charlie.
Well, I was just going to say my interpretation of the Terminator name was that it had to do with the computer. It was they misspelled it, but they kind of put it on its side so it was part of the computer. So it's a new system, you know.
Yeah, exactly. System, gene system of some variety.
Well, it's not even necessarily misspelling, because you can use Y instead of I if you want to. It's an artistic decision, isn't it?
Like boys with the Z, yeah.
Yeah, like they use Z instead of S sometimes, yeah.
All right, David, I'm sorry. They're not going to reboot it.
Well, I've read somewhere they were thinking of rebooting it again.
After 3, they won't now.
Fucking hell. What? Why do they need... Aren't you getting a bit bored of all these bloody sequels, reboots, reimaginings?
Because they're not getting it right in the first place.
Because I don't think they have the.
They're not
I have
getting.
no problem with sequels, but I don't want to see reboots all the time either.
Yeah.
You need new original movies with none of this stuff. I mean, just, adapt something new.
Right.
Make it fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, make it fun.
That's the problem. They're not. They don't care.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. It's easy to do a lot of sequels, but you need something that's going to be innovative. That's why I think Watchmen was good. It was something different, and
Well, that was weird. Right.
Okay. What movie is this now? Hold on a second. Samuel L. Jackson is in talks to star alongside Kevin Hart in the Tim Story-directed action comedy The Black Phantom for Screen Gems. The story is described as an outrageously inappropriate comedy following a clever double-crossed mob hit who ends up partnering with the notorious hitman, the Black Phantom. Alright, so he's... Now who's doing this movie?
I heard about that.
Jackson will likely shoot the film before he gets to work on Quentin Tarantino's Hateful Eight. He's always making movies, Samuel L. Jackson.
especially Tarantino ones. Yeah.
He does TV commercials all the time, too.
Does.
Did Daniel do the new Star Trek news?
No, go ahead, Daniel.
New Star Trek news? Sorry.
Hello, Daniel.
Oh, you don't know?
Sorry, I don't remember.
Go ahead, Charlie.
All right. Well,
He's lost for words. Yeah.
Apparently, Simon Pegg has confirmed that Bob Orsi will direct Star Trek 3.
Oh, God.
Oh, that's cool.
The movie will be out in 2016.
Who's that?
Oh, God.
Bob Orsi.
Oh my gosh.
Help us, please.
Happy days.
Wait, who's that? Who is he? Like a director or something?
Oh, my God.
What movies has he done? What?
Oh, God. Help us.
This will be his
Poor
first.
sheet. Get rid of him, please. It's the end. It's the end. But the moment hasn't been prepared for because they don't know what they're doing.
Let's see. Robert Orsi did. Well, he's been part of Star Trek, I guess, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, he also did.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The movies that are not as successful.
But this could mean that if the films do one down, it leaves it open for a TV series, which could be a blessing in disguise.
If he screws this up, then he'll never get a job again.
Yeah.
Why? What has he directed before that's been so horrible?
No,
He's just.
I think he's only been a producer, right?
He's just done things that I'm not really.
Oh wait, yeah. I think I heard about that. Yeah.
I can't say that. He, of course, I have work, but I'm just not really a fan of his attitude toward his fans. Where he tells Star Trek fans to go F themselves. So, yeah, I'm not really crazy.
In all fairness, I've told a few Star Trek fans that myself, so.
Yeah.
Hell, Shatner did it.
Yeah, that's true.
And I'm not directing anything.
Speaking of
All right.
Shatner.
Jeanette,
Yes.
any news you have for us? What's your favorite shows?
My favorite shows?
Walking Dead. I know we're going to do a Walking Dead cast soon.
Yes.
let's see. Right now, I'm watching it's on TNT. It's called Murder in the First. It's about this guy. He's put on trial for killing this woman, where he supposedly is accused of it, but you don't know for a fact if he has or not. But other people around him could also. So you have to figure out if it was him or somebody else.
Hmm.
Cool.
It's really good. I mean,
Okay.
I can't explain it.
Right. All right, we'll
But-
check it out.
Mystery show.
It's a
Yeah,
courtroom drama, I think.
It's kind of like a whodunit, but
Oh, I just wanted to point out that Orkry, he co-wrote Amazing Spider-Man 2, and he was the
Yes.
executive producer.
Yep.
Let's not hold that against him.
Yeah. Great job with the Rhino. But anyway, Mr. Brian.
It didn't even look like the Rhino.
It looked like a rhino.
Nah,
It's like a Power Ranger gone bad.
stupid. I haven't even seen the movie yet, and I know what the Rhino looks like.
Why do you do that, man? Watch the movie, man. You didn't even see it and you're commenting about it?
Well, that's maybe why they pushed it back, because it didn't do.
I've seen pictures on Google Images of stuff of the Rhino.
Ugh. Gotta see the movie, bro.
I saw it before. I saw the picture of it before the movie came out.
Just
Everybody
leave
did.
before the last 20 minutes. That's all.
Yeah.
Well, I will see the movie because then it comes out like in a month or so. I don't. So.
DVD. It's out right now on demand.
How is the Leftovers going? This is face.
Awesome as ever.
And why is it awesome as ever?
But last week's episode wasn't nearly as good as the last ones, but it's still awesome.
Okay. Why was it awesome?
What can
Wait,
you
what?
tell us without
Wait,
spoiling it?
sorry?
Why was it awesome?
Oh, okay.
Because it was awesome.
No. The episodes just keep getting better and better each week.
Why? What's happening that makes me have to see it? Like, you got to get me interested in it. What are you going to get me to watch it? What's going on? Is it people fighting? Are they flipping out? Like, what are they doing? Is there factions? Is there, like, war? What is this?
Bit of
Is
fight,
it trauma? Is it, like...
bit of
yeah.
trauma, war, fights, like that.
Everything I just said. Okay.
Yeah, basically, yeah. I mean, like I said, it's very dark, and it's not like it's not like where you say it like it's not like where you say it's just saying that it's dark just for the heck of it. It's like this show is actually very dark.
Okay. Well, are the actors good? I mean, at least, like, who are the actors?
Yes, absolutely. Christopher Eccleston and all the other rest of the actors are.
But what other actors besides Christopher Eccleston? It's got to be somebody that we know. No.
Let me check that.
All right. Well, how many episodes left?
The leftovers.
That's HBO. You probably got like 8 or 10.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna watch The Leftovers this week.
Oh, you better, Joe, because it's good.
Well, if I can get that as sound effect, then absolutely. Why not? Now I know, David, you're dying to say something.
Wait, hold on. There's 10 episodes within the season.
And were they up to 6?
No, they're just on like 5. It's about to go into the 5th one.
Okay.
So let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Liv Tyler's in it.
Okay. Go ahead, David. I know you want to do an Emperor impression, so go ahead.
It's So,
David, what do you watch throughout the day? You watch any movies or TV shows that we don't know about? What holds your interest?
That we can talk about on air.
Yeah, that we can talk. Okay.
hello.
Never mind. Okay. All right.
Well, we
Daniel.
know that. Well,
Buffer.
I know that David watches True Blood.
Oh yeah, that's sort of. Well, I've watched it just up to episode 5, and it's. I think it's starting to get a bit more interesting. It's not always bullshit sort of, death, which was starting to drag, literally. And now it's sort of, the V virus thingamajig.
And that's almost over too, right?
Yes, unfortunately.
Well, all the actors are going on to bigger and better things.
Yeah. They had a great run. Let's face it.
Yeah. It ended a little earlier than expected, but they had a great run.
Yeah. I mean, I have never watched the series, but I'm gonna catch it in a binge probably.
All right, Daniel.
Mm-hmm.
This is your moment, bro.
Yeah.
It's your time to shine.
Tell me, man.
What?
Why?
Why what?
Why do you hate Picard so much? Why can't
Because I
you
don't
see
want.
him
I don't.
as Mr. Awesome? Why? Why
I'm sorry.
can't he shine Kirk's shoes? Why?
No,
Why?
because he is highly
Gotta
cerebral.
explain to me, man.
I don't like that. I want a badass, a maverick,
Not an answer,
a
man.
cowboy. What?
Can't hear you. Not an answer.
I want a badass, a
You hear him,
maverick,
guys?
cowboy, like Kirk.
Yeah, I can hear you.
No, you hear him.
No.
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 I
Can't
can
hear
hear him.
Really?
I can hear him.
In general, it's only dogs.
He probably needs to drop out and come back in then to make it work.
Drop out, Daniel. Come back in.
Okay.
You want Star Trek to become a spaghetti western?
No, what he wants is just to be constant, like, battles and action and stuff within Star Trek.
Well, that's what he likes.
And to be really dark.
Like Leftovers?
Yeah.
But with the lights on.
The sound effects were not approved by the Rehoboams cast members at that.
No, but it's just that it's so good, Joe. I'm definitely
I'm going to watch it
because I'm
tonight.
just definitely recommend it to anyone here to watch.
When everybody's about to go to sleep, I know Beefhead's exhausted. I'm sorry for keeping you so late, sir.
No,
You got the people's eyebrow lifted, like right there. You're ready to go with your mango voice.
Yeah,
He's about to put the toothpicks in.
That's right, because it's late over by you, isn't it, Beef?
Yes.
It's always late.
In the morning there.
Yes.
Probably
Daniel.
about 4.
Hello. How are you? What? Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
No.
Okay.
Daniel,
Tell us how excited you are about
tell us how your vision of the future. What do you expect to see in Star Trek universe? Like, what would you do if Star Trek was owned by you?
Well, first of all, okay, I know you said last time that the new series will take place a little bit after.
Forget about what Matrix Lord said before.
Like,
What
no,
would you
first
do
of all, I think, yeah.
if Star Trek was owned by you?
Well, I think I would go for a new century. I think it's time for a new century. It's time to move forward, you know? We've already seen the 24th century, you know what I mean?
Forward,
It's time to see
progress,
something
okay.
different.
So how would
Something-
the show evolve to progress for you?
Well, you know, one second, hold on. I wanna bring something up.
Uh-oh.
I would do what Bryan Singer wrote. I love what he wrote. I know
Can you
you're
hear
not.
him? I can't hear him now.
What?
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
I know you're not a big fan of it, but come on, be nice, Joe. Be nice. He's a great writer,
I
director,
didn't
whatever.
say anything. Who said I'm not a fan of Bryan Singer? What? Wait a minute. Where do you get?
No,
that I'm not
I know
fan of
you're a.
Bryan Singer? I
No,
love
I
his
didn't
stuff
say you
with
weren't a
X-Men.
fan.
What
I'm
are you
just saying
talking
be nice, man.
Dan?
I'm just saying
I
be
didn't have it
nice,
out.
man. Like, you know,
I didn't say
you're
a word.
like, oh,
Daniel,
what?
what the hell is wrong with
No,
you? He
I
didn't say
know.
anything.
What?
Daniel, he just asked you what you would do if you were in charge of the Star Trek franchise.
Well,
Answer the damn question.
I know. I'm answering the question. I'm just saying I would do it differently. I would do it differently. I would make it a little more tension. You know, I would add a little more tension. I would add more action. I would make it a darker, more serious, scarier time for the Federation. You know, where everybody had to get together. But even that's not enough.
So the future is bleak.
They would have to probably, you know, get bored.
But
what?
That's not even Star Trek.
Well, I don't really give a shit. That's what Bryan Singer wrote, and I agree with him. I think it should be that way.
Wait a minute. So the future is bleak? The future is a dark place that you wouldn't want to visit?
Not bleak. Not necessarily bleak. It's
Bleak
still
is
okay,
war.
but, you know...
How can war be okay, though?
I'm not saying it's okay. I'm just saying it would be
what?
Like the Xindi arc, only in the far future. I don't know. It's I don't know. I don't know how to explain it.
What you're telling me is that Bryan Singer's idea for the show is so awesome that it should be picked up. That's what you're saying. Like they should just go with it.
Yeah, but instead of the 31st century, move it to the 25th century.
No.
Oh, come on. You're always just agreeing with everything I say. Come on, be nice. It's like being hit with a bag of oranges.
Wait,
how does that feel like? How does that feel like?
What? Bag of oranges?
Beefhead, could you explain to him what the purpose and vision of Gene Roddenberry was with Star Trek?
Oh my God.
He doesn't care.
It has to evolve. It has to be fun. It has to be fun.
How is it evolving if it's war and violence?
That's not Star Trek, Dan.
The idea that Roddenberry had is by that time in the future that it moved beyond the pettiness, the war, the necessity. It was, cooperation.
Not fun, but that's not fun.
Learning.
The United Federation of Planets, with the prime directive to establish peace throughout the universe.
Yeah.
So
United Federation of Starfleet, exploration. This is not Star Wars. This is Star Trek. Trek means, journey.
Remember what I told you? I told you a lot of people agree with me. I told you that. I told you so many people can't be wrong.
To explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no man has gone before.
Well, I told you.
That is the words. That is the words of Star Trek. It is not, I'm going to kick your mother effing ass. Let's kill everybody and then see what we do next. No. Star Trek is a journey to explore, a journey for peace. Sometimes there's a little battles, but this is not Star Wars. If you change the concept of Star Trek, it isn't Star Trek. Do you understand that?
Well,
you want to make your own vision of space, you call it something else.
Yeah, Dan, you have to understand that this is like an anti-war show because it came out in 1967. It was pretty much a reaction against World War I and World War II, which were like horrible wars that killed a bunch of that too. Which
Vietnam. I mean, Nobody wanted that.
And the civil rights movement.
Yeah,
My
it was
father
trying
was
to
in.
be.
My father was in Vietnam. Nobody wanted.
And that's why it was
that.
groundbreaking, because you had like a multiracial cast, which was, hey, that never happened in TV until that time. That was when, you had a cool black lady doing communications. You had like this other cool Asian dude doing this thing. You had a Russian dude in there. It was all. That's what it was. I mean, so your dark vision, it doesn't really fit into Star Trek.
And the box office spoke for itself because foreigners who never seen Star Trek before was the ones that put the movie over the top. And American fans were like, this sucks. And that's why, you want me to tell you what it made here? I'll tell you what it made here. I'll tell you. I'm not trying to bash you, Daniel, but I've seen every Star Trek movie in the theater. Okay? Everyone.
And what you're saying is, if you move it from to 25th century, you're saying?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah. So, what would have happened to civilization in that?
It would have still been there. It would have still been there, but it would have been a darker, scarier time. Everybody would have to get together to fight this new threat.
Okay, ready for this? Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this, Daniel?
What?
Ready? It had a budget of $190 million. Okay?
Yeah.
The goal with Star Trek has always been for the domestic to be higher than the production budget, right? But with Star Trek, we expect it to be way more than that, okay? It made $228,778,661 here, okay? That alone would not warrant a Star Trek movie for the next 10 years because the profitability is only about $38 million, which is pathetic and a failure by Paramount standards. Now, people who have never seen Star Trek from different countries, the foreign sales was better than our sales, and it was $238 million, okay, which made it $467 million worldwide. But you still fail to realize that that percentage of foreign sales, they don't get that whole gross. They get like maybe a small percentage of that. So for the first time, they decided to throw us a bone and give us a sequel anyway. Otherwise, thanks to their efforts, Star Trek was going to be buried for like 10 years. So because they felt generous, they decided to throw us a bone with another movie for the 50th anniversary of Star Trek because they didn't want to let the Star Trek fans down. That is your vision of the future, that you almost ended the future with that shit movie.
Well, I think it didn't do well because they used Han. If they used anybody else, it would have worked.
Wait a minute. That's what I said. That's not what you said. You said that was the greatest choice ever.
Yeah.
Well, no, I said Benedict Cumberbatch was the greatest choice ever. I didn't say that Han.
No. I remember what you said, Dan. You said exactly what Joe just said, that you said Khan was the best choice.
Well, let me rephrase that. I think Benedict Cumberbatch was the right choice, but I don't think that Khan should have been used.
But I said that also. I said that Benedict Cumberbatch should have been called something else.
Yes.
And they shouldn't have stolen the script from Wrath of Khan and reshot the scene with Spock dying and made it where Kirk was dying.
And it worked.
No, it didn't work.
No, I mean, it would have worked.
Fans were not happy that they were lied to. J.J. Abrams admitted that they were pissed off. Beef.
Oh, geez.
Final thoughts on that subject.
On that subject, you can't. I think it. And the thing is, it's not a reboot. It is still supposed to be following on in the series because the fact is that you've got Leonard Nimoy brought into the new films. So it's a continuation of the series. If you're going to do it in the most recent film and basically reverse the scene, it just smacks of being lazy, and it's a slap in the face for the fans.
I like to be smacked.
Star Trek films are shit, quite frankly.
What?
The Star Trek films are basically pissing away over the next series, the next generation, and just doing it for money. It's what they do all the time. They take a successful idea and call it a reboot to an imagination.
If beyond the fourth film the quality did go down, you have got some exceptions in the sense of Undiscovered Country, I would have said, and perhaps First Contact. But the other ones, you can take them or leave them. But I think, yeah, beyond the fourth film.
I think the biggest arrogance with the Next Generation films was when they declared that Star Trek Nemesis was their Wrath of Khan. And that movie sucked really bad.
Yeah, that Nemesis was the worst one of the Next Gen.
Well, Insurrection.
No, Insurrection was the worst, I would have said. But
Not in my opinion. I thought it was a good movie.
You didn't see Insurrection.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, what was it about?
It was about like the planets, like
Just planets and space.
like the planet regeneration, the people like of the cells and everything. I saw it.
Okay. You liked it?
Yeah.
Okay.
did you draw a line in the sand?
What beef?
Did you draw a line?
And draw a line in what?
In the sand. Did you say the line is drawn here?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
I just didn't like Nemesis. That was my least favorite of Next Generation.
I've never seen it.
And but I did like when Data died.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
You take that back.
That's right.
God, jeez, now you've got.
When I see Brett Spiner in September, I'm going to tell him you said that.
Data, I don't like. Data annoyed the crap out of me.
All right, Daniel. So.
And another thing, remember Deck Crash? I gave you a link to the guy called Deck Crash or Brandon. Remember?
You gave me 50 million pages of links.
Remember? Even he said it.
He gave you Deck
Crash.
Crash.
It has to be done. Why are you guys laughing? Why are you guys laughing? Oh, come on. What?
You said.
I'm just going to go put some
I
oranges.
just had a thought.
I'm just going to put some oranges in a bag. Hang on.
Oh, please don't.
Who played the young Picard in Nemesis? I'm quite sure.
Tom Hardy.
Oh, yeah.
He
An
also-
early appearance by Tom Hardy.
Yeah,
he was
he-
very good in that. Very good. Shame the script was for
What did you say? What is the word you said, Daniel?
Deck Crash. The guy, Deck Crash.
What?
Remember the guy I showed you? The guy, he made a video about what you said? About the two new the Star Treks coming out in September, supposedly?
What?
A YouTuber you're talking about?
What are you talking about?
Without mentioning, you can't mention YouTubers on here.
No, I gave you a vid, right?
Okay.
And he was talking about it, and he was like saying, that whole bullshit about peace and all that peace crap, that's not going to work in the modern era. That kind of storytelling won't work in the modern era. It's got to be more aggressive. It's got to be more
But the thing is, Dan, that's not Star Trek.
Oh my God! So you're disagreeing with him? Okay. It doesn't matter how many people I bring on here.
Daniel Trek.
Daniel, that's your vision for Star Trek. That's what you want for Star Trek to be. That's not Star Trek.
And that's Bryan Singer's Star Trek, okay?
No,
Bryan Singer wasn't hired.
No,
Because he quit. When he found out he was doing it, he stopped.
Nobody quit nothing. He didn't get fucking hired.
He didn't pitch it. Period.
Dan, he's doing this. He's doing X-Men.
Oh my God. What am I talking for? What am I even talking for? Jeez, you're not going
To
No,
quote,
I'm listening to you.
fucking hell,
No, but my opinion doesn't have to be your opinion. I value your opinion, but that's not what Star Trek is. It's not war.
It's
We're
about
trying to-
peace.
The creator, you told the creator to go F himself. He's dead.
That's messed up.
You can't, like, change the concept of something. Some things that were created, it was meant to be that it's not about that. And it will survive without your warmongering stuff. You would bring Star Trek to the ground and end it. Because people don't want to see that. The box office speaks for itself.
Yeah, and why? Again, why? One, they use con. Two, they confuse the crap out of people. Is it con? Is it not con? If they just said it was somebody else, then it would have succeeded. I think.
What?
no.
Oh my god.
I don't. I'm done with this stuff.
The problem is that you're pitching a story that isn't.
So you're saying
You're pitching a story that isn't Star Trek. Basically, you're just pitching a whole new concept series that isn't. It's just you can't be bothered to think of your own idea of a universe to base it in.
right? If you want to do
But
a
they already
type
did
of
that with DS9. They already did that with DS9, and that worked.
DS9
I
was
think
about
if Gene Roddenberry was alive now, he'd be fucking fuming at
This-
what they've done to his
Cisco was the chosen one for peace from the Bajoran race. He was meant to be a peacekeeper. It was supposed to be peace, not war. The chosen one, peace. Cisco, religious, holy, peace. Where was that war model?
Yeah, but I like DS9. Why? Because they put the war arc in there. That's all I'm saying. They should put a war arc in the next series. It's the same as the Dominion war arc. You hear me?
Are we having the Star Trek cast now?
So I guess so.
That is not Star Trek the way you see it, Dan. That's just not.
You have to
This
create
would be a
your own.
great topic of discussion for later.
I know, you're right, Dana. Absolutely. Absolutely. Star Trek
Voice of reason.
When we
cast is
have
coming.
more time.
Yes,
What am I even
Dana.
talking for? What am I even
Thank you.
talking for?
What?
Come on, guys. Can't you respect my opinions?
I do
We
respect your opinion.
do. We're just saying that's not Star Trek.
You're talking. I'm not kicking you out.
We agree to
that's-
disagree, Daniel.
I'm not silencing you. You're allowed to talk. Nobody's kicking you out. Right?
Yeah.
Did I eject you?
No,
Are you
but
talking?
it kind of just feels a little.
My opinion. Listen, dude. Me and Tim disagree sometimes. I love his opinions. I don't have no problem with that. He puts me in my place sometimes, and I deserve it.
Okay.
But you know, you gotta just. It's true.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's good when sometimes I'm
What
put
do
in
you
my
want,
place.
man? Star Trek Jihad or what?
Basically, we just have our own
I'm
opinions.
saying there should be. Look, the Dominion War arc was DS9.
But you don't really
Dominion
see a
Alright.
war.
arc was an Enterprise. I think there should be a new war arc. Period. That's all I'm saying.
Why war at all?
Because it's fun.
Fun?
What?
War is fun.
I think
Look,
the-
as a society,
I think
society.
the problem the problem
Wait,
you have,
what?
Daniel, is you are pitching something that there's no moral compass to it. Both sides are basically set for war, and there's no moral compass to it. There's no redeeming feature to it,
But
and
first
that's
of all,
why it
what-
doesn't
Hold on.
factor as so far as the Star Trek.
Daniel, in
What?
real life, if you were in charge of real life, would you make war?
No, I'm saying as a society, we're fascinated with military fiction.
Wait, just
No.
just wait.
We are? Since when?
In real life, without worrying about anybody's opinion,
Yes.
not caring, and being truthful, would
Oh, in
you?
real life, that's good. But come on, when we watch TV, we want to have fun, right?
I'm talking about real life now.
Okay.
This is a question I'm going to ask you, and don't change your opinion based on anybody here. If you were in charge of the world,
Yes.
would you go to war for no reason?
No.
Why?
But that's real life.
Wait a minute. You wouldn't go to war.
No.
Why?
Because real war is not fun.
Real war is not fun.
What?
This is a universe created and where it's like reality. Like Star Trek, the future of us is Star Trek. That's what it was supposed to be. So that's supposed to be real. Okay?
The word you're looking for is aspirational.
His vision that's where we'll be in that century. So to think that in that century it's all about war makes me not even want to think of that.
I'm not saying it should be all about it. I mean, you can still have your what you want, but you know, I'm just saying
No.
it should be more militaristic.
What do you mean what you want?
I don't know what he don't know what I want. Okay. Second question. What is your opinion of the female cast members of The Next Generation?
What would I feel about Janeway?
I like Tasha Yar. I kind of wish that the other two were more tougher, tougher. I mean,
Warlike.
no, not warlike. No, like if you challenge them, they can kick your ass.
I'd love to bang a female Klingon warrior. When fucking hell.
Why?
Why?
Okay.
Why? Why what?
Okay.
Dave, he's talking to David there.
Deanna Troy did kick Worf's butt, by the way.
When?
When she flipped him over with the Kung Fu outfit on.
She was possessed.
What are you talking about?
What? Wait. When? When did this happen? I don't know.
Deanna Troy kicked his butt.
All right, give me the episode. Give me the episode.
Yeah, okay. I'll find the name of the episode for you. There's a lot. There's like 7 seasons, which is way more than I can think of off the top of my head. Maybe I'm getting older. I don't know. But there
Maybe I forgot. I don't know. Maybe I didn't see it. I don't know. I only get 1 episode per day on Space Channel, and I can't remember so much.
Tasha Yar kind of like, showed Data who was boss in the last episode, by the way. So,
Yeah.
All right,
well, not the last episode. It was like Next Generation Season 1, but
I'm back. What I missed?
nothing.
So are you going to read the pitch I gave you finally, and let's see what you think about it?
Why would I read the pitch if it's not going to ever be picked up by Paramount Pictures, who own Star Trek? Because it sucks.
Look, I'm telling you, the reason why they didn't pick it up was because it was never pitched in the first place.
No, we see everybody. First of all, it's out there to us to see, so of course Paramount could look at it. What do you think? They don't Google things? They could read it. If they're so interested in it, they would have bought it already. They're not.
They're not doing it because they can't do it now.
There's no such thing. They own it. They could fire who they want. They could hire who they want.
All right, look. Let's just agree. Let's just agree. We'll all see the new show when it comes out. Please.
Well, obviously we're going to watch the new show.
All right. Okay.
Unless your movie screws it up. With war and whatever. If it does.
Yeah, okay.
Pestilence.
Dude, you think that I want Star Trek? First of all,
but did you mention a possible multi-universe war with some mysterious threat? You said that. I remember.
I said that things are subject to change. And I said that things may not happen that way because things change all the time.
Daniel, Star Trek was actually designed as an anti-war series. That's how it really came about back in the 60s. Because at that time, everybody had too much war going on. Just kind of like we did last decade. Same thing, So.
Again,
Dude, what do you think? Wait, Jude, what do you think I watched when Doctor Who was off the air? I
don't
bought
know.
every single issue of Star Trek Communicator. I was like so into Star Trek that nobody could defeat me. I knew everything. Now I don't know as much because I'm older now, but that was the thing. There's no Doctor Who. There was nothing else. I was the biggest Trekkie there was. I went to conventions. I bought T-shirts. Come on, man. You're ridiculous.
Hey, it's my opinion. Come on.
You're trying to make it like you know how the show should go. That's your opinion.
Well, yeah, that's my opinion. But I just think that they should hire Bryan Singer, hire this man at CBS, hire this man, please.
You didn't read anybody else's pitch. You read one pitch.
Well, how many pitches are there?
A dozen.
Like 100.
Well, I don't know. I can only find a few of them.
Because you don't know where to look.
I mean, I found David Foster's pitch, and that was okay, I suppose. I mean, did you see that one?
I'm not looking at anything until I see the genuine article.
Okay, fine. Let's just say that. Let's just wait for the new show, okay? Period. Because it's kind of getting a little pain.
It's not going to be a new show. There's going to be a Star Trek. There's going to be a Star Trek show in 2016, and then it's either make or break.
Okay.
All right, guys. I'm getting tired too, so everybody's dropping out. I know. Sorry, Danette. Where we are. All right, guys. Take care. Bye for now.